Hey BookTube, I've got something different for you today, and I'm going to be showing you all of my CDs because I've already showed you all my vinyls. So I've got probably 4.5 rows to go through, but yeah, let's have a look. So this first section here is rock music, and I've collected these pretty much my whole life. I've had more at some points in my life, but these are the ones I've decided to keep. So we have the Beatles' greatest hits, some more Beatles, Revolver, Beach Boys, Pet Sounds and Smile, Deep Purple, one of my all-time favorite rock bands ever. I love them so much. A T-Rex greatest hits, David Bowie. We have a couple of him. The Man Who Sold the World is my favorite. It's his most like prog and like heavy, and it's like doom and it's apocalyptic, and I love it so much. Led Zeppelin. We got two Alice Cooper albums, Killer and Billion Dollar Babies. Probably his two best albums. Killer is such an amazing album if you haven't heard of it. Then we have a good chunk of Queen. I loved Queen growing up, but I don't listen to them much anymore. I've always loved the earlier stuff. Like, I love Queen 2 because it's, sorry, the most prog. And I love that, and I just love it so much. And I was sad that they never continued down that streak of style of music. Meatloaf, Bad Out of Hell, Fleetwood Mac, Rumours and Tusk, Highway to Hell, AC/DC, Australia represent, Motley Crue, The Vinyls, Nick Cave, got some Guns N' Roses, Alice in Chains, probably my favourite rock bands ever. Hole, with Courtney Love, I love them so much. More Meatloaf, Rage Against the Machine, Alanis, Liz Fair, who I love, Jeff Buckley, Powderfinger, and Fiona Apple's Fetched Bolt Cutters in the corner right there. So that's all the rock I have. And if we go down here, we have some country. We got, sorry for the glare, we got Hank Williams, just the greatest hits. Patsy Cline, greatest hits, one of the greatest singers ever. Willie Nelson, Stardust, and his live album, very great. The Dixie Chicks, I have them because I grew up on them, and they're very fun to listen to. The Grass is Blue by Dolly Parton. It's a bluegrass album she made in the 90s, and it's incredible. And yeah, I love her. Loretta Lynn, Van Lee Rose, a classic album. It's her doing like garage rock. Like, she literally worked with Jack White, and it's incredible. Sugarland, Hank Free, The Wreckers. Then we hit Miranda Lambert, and I love Miranda. I have all of her albums. Got Postcards from Texas that came out last year. Casey Musgraves, got all of hers. Pistol Annies, got all of their albums. I love them so much. Chris Stapleton, Jennifer Nettles, a solo project. Got Lydia Lovelace. We have the Highwomen, Carly Pearce, and we have the rest is T Swizzle, Taylor. And I have so many of these because I collected them as they came out, and I just never stopped. But I have all of it pretty much. So that's country. Then here we have like jazz, opera, and pop music. I know that sounds weird, but we'll go through. So we got I can't even say his name. Um, Pavarotti, greatest hits. I don't know why I struggled to say his name. Maria Callas, one of my favorite singers ever. Edith Piaf, and Andrew Sisters' greatest hits. Got some Duke Ellington, some Miles Davis, Lambert Hendricks and Ross, Count Basie and his orchestra of Tony Bennett. I love Tony Bennett. Time Out, of course. Coltrane, Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, more Coltrane, and we've got some Wes Montgomery here, who's an amazing jazz guitar player. And who else do we have? We've got Keith Jarrett, of course, Tony Bennett, Joni Mitchell, Shadows in Light, one of my favourite albums ever. Eva Cassidy, got a couple of her posthumous releases. And then we have Diana Krall, sorry, not Diana Ross. And then probably my favourite singer ever is Janis Joplin. I love her work with Big Brother. She was one of my favourites growing up. I know all of her songs, so I've got her first two and only solo albums. Up here we've got Frank Sinatra, sings for Only the Lonely, and In the Wee Small Hours. And I love Sinatra's slower stuff, like his moodier stuff, so that's why I have those out. Moving forward to pop music, we have 21 Pilots. I love 21 Pilots. Blurry Face has always been my favourite. I love when they go more pop. Like, I'm one of those weird people that absolutely adores Scaled and Icy. And I didn't like Clancy, their last album, that much, and I haven't brought it yet. So if I see it whenever, I will pick it up, maybe. Lorde, her first two albums. Then we hit Kesha. Kesha is like one of my favorite artists ever. We've got Animal, Warrior, which is just a stunning album. Rainbow, High Road, and her underrated classic album Gag Order. It's incredible and scary, and I love it so much. Billie Eilish, her three albums. Jessie Ware. Then we hit Kylie Minogue. And we've got greatest hits. We've got her underrated album Impossible Princess. And then we have Disco Intention, which are really good albums. Then we have Delight, randomly. Then we have Eminem. We have his first four albums and Relapse. And I'm always been a defender of Relapse. I actually really like it, but you don't need anything else after that. And then the last shelf we have here is just a couple here. We got a Bobby Gentry box set. She's one of my favorite country musicians. Her career spanned from like 67 to 70, 72 maybe. And it was just her complete work. She done an amazing album with Glenn Campbell. And if you haven't checked her out, check her out because she's amazing. Then here, next to that, we have Joni Mitchell's box set. Her archives and reissues of her albums. And so the big white ones are just like unreleased stuff. And those two little boxes are the actual albums. And you may notice I don't have all of them, and I want to, but I missed the releases of like the last set, and they're so expensive. And I think I'll just get like just the CDs secondhand of her like jazz fusion era, which sucks because that's like my favorite era of Joni Mitchell. But anyway, we got Joni. We love Joni here. Beethoven's the piano sonatas performed by Daniel Barenboim, one of my favorites. Got Julie London greatest hits. Then we have the Casey Chambers sets. So pretty much Casey Chambers is one of the greatest country artists in Australia. I have all of her albums here except her most recent. But yeah, if you want to do one, check out Rattle and Bone, which is that orange, like the brown one in the middle here. It won't let you down. If you want to hear what like Australian country music sounds like, it is a classic. It's a duet album with her husband at the time, and it's incredible and it's amazing. And yeah, that's all my CDs. Please let me know if you have any thoughts of any of them. Are you surprised to see any here? And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I'll see you next time.